When it comes to NFTs, I've done my fair share. So far, I have spent over 10 ETH in just gas fees alone. For those of you who don't know, gas fees are transaction fees. And if you're someone who doesn't want to spend $32,000 and more in order to learn this NFT trading game, then this video is for you. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is NHM and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to tackle a very important topic, and that is common mistakes that NFT traders make. Now, I learned this the very hard way and I paid a lot of money, as you can see, in order to learn from these mistakes. And keep in mind, the fees that I paid are just in gas fees. That's not to calculate how much I have lost in NFTs. Some of the mistakes that I'm going to mention were inspired by these replies to my Twitter comments, and I'm going to probably post a screenshot of them or link them in the description below. Starting with the first mistake that you should definitely avoid is minting just because you have whitelist. So with NFTs, if you're not familiar with whitelist, what it does is once your name is on the whitelist, you are basically guaranteed a mint. Forget the fact that right now they're over allocating whitelist spot. That's a topic for another video. But when you have whitelist, most of the time you are guaranteed to mint this NFT. Now, if you're someone who worked hard to get a whitelist spot for a certain NFT, you think automatically, I'm gonna mint this, I can't wait. And as soon as the whitelist sale or the pre-sale starts, you go ahead and mint. Make sure that there's enough hype on this project. So if there's a project that's super hyped, you probably should mint without even thinking about it. But what I would do is, before jumping in and minting instantly, I would wait to see if there are other people minting, and let's say there's a collection of 5,000 and then 2,500 are for whitelist spots. If you see that there's already 500, 600 minted in the first couple of minutes, then this is a good sign for you to mint. So remember, if you have whitelist, that doesn't mean you have to mint. It just means that you have the opportunity to mint before everyone else, which is great to have if the project is going to do well. I've had a similar experience where I had multiple wallets whitelisted for a certain NFT project, and I minted everything without thinking twice. And then all of a sudden, even before it reached public sale, the price dropped below mint price, and it's been there ever since. And I took a big loss on that. The second mistake that people often make when they first start their NFT journey is over minting and over trading. I get it. When you start, you're excited, you make your first flip, you make some money, and now you just want to mint everything and you want to buy everything and make profits instantly. Don't do this, because what this is going to do is it's going to quickly dry up your liquidity. So you're going to have so many JPEGs with no ETH to buy more JPEGs, which is definitely not a good scenario. I've been there multiple times and I learned the hard way. Liquidity is everything when it comes to this space. So make sure you keep liquidity in order to have other plays, because the opportunity cost of not having liquidity in your wallet is definitely terrible. When you overtrade, you pay a lot in gas fees, as I showed you in the beginning, and I did pay a lot in gas fees. And also when you overtrade, it's that you realize a lot of small gains, which at the end of the day are taxable depending on where you live, and you pay gas fees on those. So at the end of the day, you might not make that big of a profit, because the gas fees, the royalties, and the taxes that you're going to pay are just going to eat into a big chunk of your profits, and it can be not so worth it. So make sure when you want to mint or when you want to enter a trade, have conviction that this one can at least do a 4 to 5x or 2 to 3x. Don't mint something for 0.05 or buy it for 0.05 and flip it 2 minutes after that for 0.07. Number one, you're probably not even going to break even because of the royalties, which is the creator fees that creators take. Number two, you've already paid a lot in gas, most likely because Ethereum sucks. And number three is that you need profit. So what's the point of buying something, risking your money in order to sell it at break-even point? So make sure you have good entries for projects, and make sure you do not overtrade and overmint. Number three is something that people don't really mention, and that is taking taxes into consideration. Now, this is also depending on where you live. You may live in countries where it's tax-free. You may live in countries where you have to pay taxes on every transaction you make. So when you make profit, let's say you buy something for 1 ETH and then you sell it for 10 ETH. What we do is we trade with the 9 ETH profit that we made. However, what I learned is when you make that 9 ETH, not only should you take some profits to remove them off the table, but what you should also do is take some of those profits and put them on the side for tax season, because tax season will come up and you're going to owe taxes, and eventually you're going to have to pay these back. So if you make this 9 ETH profit and then you trade with that 9 ETH that you made and then you lose it, then you're going to owe taxes on the money that you made. So make sure you really take this into account and always keep money on the side for taxes. I get it, guys, it sucks, but depending on where you live, you might be someone who has to pay taxes on trading NFTs. So might as well keep some money on the sides from those profits in order to pay those taxes the following year. The fourth mistake that I see so much happening, and that is a mistake I've done multiple times, and that is blindly following someone's alpha calls. Whether that's your favorite NFT influencer on YouTube or on Twitter or wherever, just please don't do that. You must do your own research before entering into anything. And that is because when you enter these trades, you want to make sure that you're accountable for this and you understand what you're buying. Because if, let's say, I tweet about a project and you just buy it instantly, your instincts are going to be to blame me. But if you do your own research and decide whether you want to buy this to begin with, let's say you say that you don't like the project, you just don't buy it, which is perfect. But let's say you actually like the project, then you can say, Alan likes it, I like it, then it could be a good buy. So I'm going to buy this right now because of this, this, and that. Then you can decide when you want to sell, because usually when influencers or when someone buys an NFT and they tweet about it, most of the time, always assume that they are pumping their own bags. However, if someone is not pumping their own bags and it's someone that you trust, they're never going to tell you when they're going to sell, because at the end of the day, this is a personal decision and everyone takes profits when they feel comfortable. The fifth mistake that I see a lot of people make is trying to make it on their own without any other communities helping them out. Now I get it. It sounds awesome where you can do everything by yourself, but the NFT space moves so fast to the point where it's impossible for you to have enough time and energy to focus on everything that's going on and to be able to mint all these projects and learn all about these projects without having someone else's help. So when you join an alpha group or when you join any Discord server which has a lot of people doing research and giving their opinions, this just speeds up everything so many times. Let's say you look into a project, you may like it, you may not like it, you can just ask the people in the group, hey guys, what do you think about that? Based on my research, it looks like a rug, for example. Then maybe 3-4 people tell you that, yeah, we believe it's a rug as well. You know that you should not talk about this or you shouldn't even look at this project. But on the flip side, let's say you have 10 people in your NFT group telling you to mint Azuki. This should give you a good sign that maybe this is something you should look into. For example, let's say there's 200 other people in the Discord server. That's 200 more times the energy you could put out by yourself. Not everyone is a professional when it comes to this, but getting multiple perspectives is definitely an advantage in the space, and playing this game by yourself is most likely a losing one. So make sure you find yourself an alpha group or just create a group chat with friends who have the similar interest of the NFT space, just so you guys can expedite the process of learning and winning in this space. It definitely makes a big difference, trust me. Now last but not least, now I truly think this is the biggest sin of them all, and please don't ever do that, and that is minting 3D Animal PFP projects that all look similar and they all look like they were made by the same company. So please don't do that, guys. The next time you see, I don't know, amazing tigers minting and their 3D profile pic and they're marketed on Instagram and you get them in the promoted tab and you get tons of DMs and they're shared in every shield zone possible on Discord, stay away from it, please. You're better off taking your money, throwing it on red on the roulette table. You're gonna have a higher chance of profiting. Although please don't do that. Don't mint those 3D PFP projects. I don't know, maybe one day a certain 3D Animal PFP project is gonna come and do really well, but based on what I've seen, they all suck. So these are the mistakes that I've seen in the NFT space. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. What mistakes have you made that other people can learn from, and what mistakes have you seen that you can tell people to stop doing? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm gonna pick some comments and feature them in my next video, because the best way to learn is learning from our own mistakes, but I think an even better way is learning from other people's mistakes so we don't pay the price of those mistakes. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.